What's going on, guys? Ryan O'Toole back here again, giving you guys another movie review. If you guys are new here, feel free to click that subscribe button and that bell notification icon for more reviews, reactions, rankings, and more movie content. There's a new Western movie hitting on Netflix November 3rd, and I'm excited to talk about The Harder They Fall. Directed by James Samuel, and this movie has an all-star cast. Insanely good. Jonathan Majors, Idris Elba, Regina King, Lakeith Stanfield, Delroy Lindo. This cast is insanely good. An outlaw discovers that his enemy, Idris Elba, has been released from prison after what he did to his parents at a young age, decides to galley up his old gang to take him out. Now, I was very excited going into this movie. This was probably my most anticipated Netflix movie just because of this cast alone. It's insanely good. And that it is a Western movie. I love the Magnificent Seven remake, which this movie totally reminded me of. Django Unchained. Like, I miss a good Western. And I'm happy to report The Harder They Fall is a really fun Western. Very bloody, very action-packed. The cast in this movie is fantastic. I think all the performances are great. But my favorite would have to be Jonathan Majors in here, who I'm coming to love as an actor. I can't wait for him as Kang the Conqueror. But he in here is great. You totally understand his revenge aspect he wants towards Idris Elba after what he did to his parents at a young age. And I just thought he was great in here, and I loved his whole gang. You got Zazie Beetz, RJ Cyler, and these other characters too, and they're all just totally entertaining, especially RJ Cyler. I really like him in that Power Rangers 2017 movie. But then you have this enemy gang in here with Idris Elba, Regina King, Lakeith Stanfield. Lakeith Stanfield was really cool as Cherokee Bill. I think that's his name. Regina King was a standout in here. I really enjoyed her character. She's so cool. But Idris Elba is the big baddie in here. And this guy, you love to hate him, but it's Idris Elba. He makes any character so badass. Delroy Lindo, he got totally robbed for Da 5 Bloods, but I loved seeing him in here. He was a cool, badass character. Just every character in here was so badass. This movie has great action sequences, which is what you want in a Western. The first act is so bloody, so much fun. You get introduced to all these characters. And then the third act is this total bloodfest. It gives you everything you want in this R-rated Western. And it's just fun. I watch movies to have fun, and this movie was a blast to watch. Especially for a Western. I miss seeing those fun Westerns. It reminded me of the Magnificent Seven remake. Just a totally fun, blood-filled Western. The second act is not awful. It's just painfully okay. Like, it's not as good as the first and third act of this movie. So that's the main reason why I wouldn't give this film a perfect score. That second act does meander, and you do feel that 2 hour and 19-minute runtime for this movie, unfortunately. But that's fine. The third act completely makes up for it. The third act is so badass and fun. I liked all the characters in it. Some story elements in the second act were not very interesting, and I wanted more action going down, and it does meander. Those would be my main issues with the film. Before I give you guys my final overall thoughts on The Harder They Fall, if this is your guys' first time checking out the channel and you like this review, definitely hit that like button. Consider clicking that subscribe button. I review movies every week. I also do ranking videos. So hit that like and subscribe button if you like what you see here, because I talk about movies all the time here. The Harder They Fall has a star-studded cast, great Western action in here, a personal revenge story. So if you love all those aspects, you definitely should check this movie out on Netflix. And it's just such a blast. I had a fun time with this movie. On my rating scale, I'm going to give The Harder They Fall a B+. That was my thoughts on The Harder They Fall, guys. What did you guys think of this movie? If you've seen it already, did you love it? Think it was okay? Did you absolutely hate it? Let's talk about it in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching this review. All my social media links are in the description below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!